With our limited resources, the ritual won't be entirely precise. Everything depends on this next part. I need to focus on gathering spiritual energy next. There are a number of magical disturbances nearby. Please help Miss Cassidy get rid of them, so I can focus without interruption. As for guiding the magic, I'll leave that to you. This magic ritual requires a certain medium in order to commune with nature. Once it's ready, nature will point me in the right direction. Please place the bay twigs in the 3 correct locations, so that I can establish a link with nature. Lord of the winds, so wild and free, I stand before you, as you can see. I hear your breath, I feel your grace. Let me fall into your boundless embrace. May the dust fly in the wind's gentle breeze, and whisper my prayers to you with ease. I am Lorsen, yearning for your aid in all, in anticipation of your guiding call.
So this is wind whispering. Magic that directly communicates with nature.
Is this magic rare?
Yes. Only those born with certain innate abilities are capable of harnessing it. I could spend my whole life studying this type of magic and never be able to use it.
That's selective, even by magical standards.
Found it. There's a hidden cave somewhere, at the foot of the mountains to the northeast. The entrance to Lord Franz's secret passage is hidden in that cave. There are only a few guards there. This could be our chance. The wind is unpredictable and can shift at a moment's notice. We need to hurry before anything changes.
Strange. Take a look at those 2 guards. Don't their helmets look a little different from the others we've seen? They don't appear to be Lord Franz's henchmen, or even the mercenaries he hired.
It's the Adamant Syndicate. There's no mistaking it. I recognize the insignia. That's the mark of the Adamant Syndicate.
Since the hidden passage is in that cave, it must mean that they're helping Lord Franz guard it, right? Guess it doesn't matter. We could just beat the answers out of them.
Wait! Did you forget we're trying to sneak in? A big fight will only draw unnecessary attention. Everyone stay calm. We've got to play it safe. I have a plan.
I was only joking, Lorsen. No need to get so riled up. I know we can't use force to sneak in, which means we have to find a way to distract them.
Sounds like a job for me. I'll do my best to draw their attention, while the rest of you slip into the secret passage.
Hold it right there, kid. Leave the dangerous stuff to me.
Did you forget, Mr. Valen? I'm the only one here with the gold invitation. They wouldn't dare to do anything to me. Besides, I agreed to come along in order to repay you for all you've done. So don't worry. I'm not only lucky in business. Lady Luck always smiles at me when I need it the most. Greetings. I seem to be lost. Could you please point me toward Lord Franz's manor? I've come to attend the Golden Banquet. I have the invitation right here.
Beat it, kid. And get that paper out of my face.
Wait, could it be that you too are lost as well? Or are you unaware of the grand feast that Lord Franz is hosting at his manor tonight?
You ask too many questions, kid. Now get lost.
Oh, I meant no offense. I just wanted to ask for directions.
I told you, get lost, Squirt. If you're not gone in the next 3 seconds, I'm gonna beat some sense into you.
I looked everywhere for you. I can't believe you were hiding here all along. So, are you surprised to see me?
Peggy?
Hey, is that any way to greet your fiancé? You've been dodging me at every turn. I even lost my ring because I've been chasing after you for so long. It's probably somewhere by the beach east of here. What are you two just standing around here for? Hurry up and help me find it.
You mean us? Why should we listen to you?
How dare you talk to Princess Peggy that way?
Princess?
You want to know why you should help me? Because I'm in a good mood today. Whoever finds that ring gets to keep it. The ruby on that ring is worth more than Lord Francis' entire manor.
Really? Where is it? I'll go and find it right now.
Everything's okay now, Rowan. Your friend's already snuck in. It's been a while, hasn't it? I can't believe how much Braddock has grown.
Peggy? What exactly are you doing here?
I came to see you, of course. I went to Hollowstone to find you, and the people from the Mithril Consortium told me you were attending a banquet at Lord Francis' manor tonight. This place is extremely dangerous, especially for you. Don't forget, you're the heir to the entire Mithril Consortium. Your very existence is a thorn in the side of many people here.
Me? A thorn?
A lot has happened ever since you decided to travel the world on your own. There's a great conspiracy brewing, Rowan, and right at its center is Lord France, the lord of this manor.
Let me join the fray.
Not bad at all.
May the wind and frost unite as one.
Just as I expected.
Welcome, honored guests. How may I be of service? Are you going to the banquet hall? The banquet hall is just ahead. Please, enter at your earliest convenience. Once you pass through the vineyard, you should be able to see the dining area. Please forgive me, but the preparations for this area are not complete. I cannot leave my post. However, there are plenty of guards around the vineyard. Should you encounter any issues, feel free to ask for their assistance. Yes, they will be in charge of security for tonight's banquet. Rest assured, they have seen the guest list and will not trouble you in any way. To prevent any unsavory guests from entering, Lord Franz has asked the guards to record the names and appearances of every visitor before welcoming them. It's only common courtesy for us to do so. Should any unlisted persons or imposters be found on the premises, they will be swiftly removed. My pleasure.
Just as I expected. it's time to show you my moves.
Every sword is a witness.
No way. It's unmistakable. The liquid is filled with corrupted magic from the ley lines. If any guests were to drink this stuff, they would completely lose their minds.
After that, they would just pass out, right?
No, even worse. They shall become pliable, obedient puppets.
All guests in attendance are rich and powerful nobles. Lord Franz sure knows how to treat his guests, huh? Doesn't look like he invited everyone over for a night of food and fun, does it? Yeah, I really can't think of any other possibility. If all of those nobles end up as Lord Franz's puppets... No, we need to stop this before it happens.
Hear that? That's the sound of the dinner bell, which means the banquet is about to begin.
Honored guests, the banquet will begin momentarily. Please find your seats in the hall just ahead. Lord Franz wishes to welcome everyone before the feast.
Welcome, my distinguished guests, and thank you for gracing my home with your presence this evening. My name is Franz. As you can all see, these are gemvine grapes, a special variety that can only be produced in these lands. Now, allow me to present the masterpiece of tonight's banquet, our most unique brew, crafted using only the best gemvine grapes. Tonight, everyone attending the Golden Banquet will have the opportunity to savor it. At our current capacity, we can produce 20,000 casks of brew per year. More than enough to fill the goblets of every noble in the royal capital, I'm sure. Please believe me when I say this brew has the potential to add even more flavor to your lives.
Oh? From what I've heard, bad weather resulted in awful harvests across the region. Northville's wheat and Southville's gemvine grapes were both affected. Could it be that Merlin's ward no longer works? In the future, will you still be able to grow these gemvine grapes in Rhyham?
No, milady, these are just rumors. Well, yes, that's it. Baseless, fear-mongering rumors, and nothing more. With the decades-long disappearance of Merlin, it's only natural that the protection over Rhyham has been compromised. But I can assure you it has not affected me in the least.
Perhaps so. But Southville's output isn't nearly enough to sustain your grandiose promises.
I have already spoken to the residents of Northville, my lady. They will begin sowing our grapes as soon as the weather allows. No need to worry.
That jerk? I can't believe he's...
It's you lot! Guards! Throw these damn curs out right now!
Ah, I knew it would come to this sooner or later. Looks like our game of hide and seek is over. Get ready to fight. Just as I expected.
That's impossible! Who are you? Only Merlin could know that kind of magic. Where did you learn to do that?
I've been asking myself the same question. Who am I? A villainous murderer? Some flame-weaving witch? Or your most loyal student? Please answer me, my dear Magister Merlin. Magister Merlin? Wait, you're Magister Merlin? Even your tendency to act foolish is exactly the same as Magister Merlin. But if anyone's a fool, it's me. I should have noticed it sooner. After all, the book always mentions Merlin's unique taste in familiars.
Which book? I'll rip it to shreds! Miss Muriel, did you already know who the Magister was, too?
Yes. No matter what magic he used to conceal it, I was never fooled. At first, I was only suspicious. But when we fought against that wind elemental, I saw his magical array.
Sorry to interrupt, Miss Muriel, but you seem aware of everything. Do you happen to know where that hypo fiend came from?
You've all been lied to this entire time. Lied to by my mentor. What Merlin placed over Rhysell wasn't a ward, but rather a seal. As for why this hypo fiend appeared when it did, it was pure coincidence as far as I can tell. The seal continues to weaken, and the hypo fiend used a brief lapse in the seal's power to escape.
Somehow I doubt it was a coincidence. If anything, it was probably part of Dura's plan. Anyway, you must have forgotten that you placed a seal on this place long ago, right, Merlin? Otherwise, you would have known someone was trying to break the seal, and we wouldn't have gone through all of that trouble.
The way you said that, you didn't sound surprised at all. When did you figure out who he was?
Please. General Hogan would have kicked me out of the Heroic Order ages ago if I couldn't even figure out that much.
Anyways, how was Merlin's seal broken in the first place? It couldn't just be those grapes, right? Don't underestimate those grapes. Even though they're not magical, they're like ticks, sucking the power from the earth, contaminating the ley lines, and disrupting the magical balance of the land. In doing so, they can weaken the seal. Does that mean the strange weather in Rhysell is being caused by a magical imbalance in nature? You are a smart mage.
As it stands, there is only a small break in the seal. But if you fail to repair it soon, the consequences will be unimaginable. The Hypofiend was not the only thing sealed beneath these lands. There's no telling what other sinister things are hidden underneath. Mysterious as ever, Magister Merlin. Even now you are still unwilling to tell me more than what is necessary. I imagine it's because I no longer exist in your memories. I've been searching for you for the last 20 years. But no matter what magic I employed, I found no trace of you. At the time, I feared that something had happened to you. I don't blame you for forgetting about me, but it hurts all the same. I never thought you, of all people, would console me someday. You used to be so strict with me after all.
You are incredible, Lady Muriel. I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. I've never seen or heard of any other mage who could command Merlin's magic. Did Magister Merlin teach you this?
Yes. Magister Merlin once said that I was his greatest student, and this was his reward for me.
Whoa. I'm so jealous of you.
But in the end, I was forgotten by my dearest teacher. I'd rather that he never truly cared for me.
I'm sure my Magister didn't want to forget you, Miss Muriel. Magister places a lot of importance on the feelings of others. It's just... a lot of things have happened lately, and you're not the only person who's been forgotten.
I see. Thank you, little one. Magister Merlin, to this day, I still haven't mastered the techniques you once taught me. Even after 20 years, I still have yet to catch up to you. But for many, it is only in the coldness of solitude that a flame is finally sparked. As it stands, it looks like you no longer need me. But even if it's in the smallest of ways, just this once, could I please help you? For you, anytime. After all, you are my dearest. Magister Merlin.
I see. Merlin. I finally found you. What happened? I seem to have missed a lot.
All because you insisted on going through the secret passage. Who said we couldn't go through the main entrance of the manor?
I just don't want to get mixed up with the Adamant Syndicate.
With me around, the Adamant Syndicate wouldn't dare do such a thing. Please accept the gratitude of the royal family, my dear Magister. My fiancé is in your care.
Everyone, allow me to introduce you to the Pearl of the Lightbearer Empire, Princess Peggy of Savannah.
No need to bow. Rowan said you're his friends, so I allow you to ignore the formalities.
Oh, that's...
You're so indecisive. What are you afraid of? This marriage was decided before I was even born by the royal family and Reginald, who is currently the wealthiest man in the Empire and Rowan's father. A marriage contract is established upon the birth of a princess of the realm. Both parties hold fast to their promises and chastity until they reach adulthood, when the wedding is formalized. That's how it works. I accept your blessing on behalf of the royal family, my dear Magister.
There's something I need to tell you in private. Peggy is the princess of the Lightbearer Empire. Being able to marry into the royal family is also a guarantee for the Mithril Consortium. In the years after the engagement, the Mithril Consortium stayed strong, even despite the emergence of the Adamant Syndicate. That's because of the constant support of the royal family. This marriage is purely in the interests of my father and the royal family. It's a win-win situation, one would say. While Peggy didn't seem averse to our engagement, for which I am grateful, she and I were just pawns to our parents. Before I'm sufficiently independent to build my own business, I cannot make any commitment to Peggy unless it's on my own terms. I hope in the future she can see the real me. Rowan, the best merchant in the land, the new upstart of the empire, and not just the heir of the Mithril Consortium. What was said here stays between us. You cannot tell her.
I heard you found evidence connecting Lord Franz to the fire in Northville. What's this mess about? I see. Lord Franz hired mages from the Adamant Syndicate to set fire to Northville, presumably to coerce them into planting grapes. He was actually using these grapes to absorb magic out of the land to weaken Merlin's magic seal.
No need to hide it anymore, General. We all know he is the great Merlin.
What? When did they find out about your real identity?
Letting him pretend to be a fool is harder than saving the world. I'll explain everything in my report, but there's no need to worry. Luckily, the only people who know his true identity are all right here, General. Wait, where's Lord Franz?
He fainted at the sight of the monster. So I tied him up and tossed him aside. The Adamant Syndicate? How could a bunch of merchants break Merlin's seal?
They're not ordinary merchants. We also captured an Adamant Syndicate mage back at Lord Franz's manor. I'm sure you have plenty of questions for her, right?
Come with me. I'll need your help with the interrogation.
Magister Merlin, the seal! Even though we defeated the Hypofiend, the grapes have already thrown the land's magic into chaos! The blizzards engulfing Rhyham and Hollystone won't stop unless the seal is repaired. And if it breaks, even more Hypofiends are going to appear and attack everyone. Please let me tag along. Watching you cast spells up close is like living a dream. I'm in pure bliss. So where exactly did you place your seal? During my investigation, I scoured all of Rhyham for it. I even checked the Gruglin's nest, but found nothing.
So now you finally remember your beloved student, do you? Unfortunately, to keep the seal's location as hidden as possible, you refused to let me accompany you at the time. We parted ways just outside of Rhyham. As for the specific location of the seal, I can't say for sure.
Then can you at least take us to the place where you parted ways, Miss Muriel?
Of course. I could never forget the sight of my teacher waving goodbye to me that day.
Let's go take it to him!
Let me join the fray. By the title of the swordsman.
You'll get what's coming to you!
A bit of experience, a bit of luck.
Those fallen rocks seem to be hiding something.
The tunnel looks like it was dug by hand, but there's no way in. The entrance must have caved in during the battle just now.
Wow. I can't even hear the sound of wind passing through. This tunnel's been completely warded off.
Guess we'll just have to go around then. It looks like Miss Muriel was pointing us towards the heights, north of Rhysell. I know a path to get there. Follow me!
Time for work again.
I come to protect.
This is our victory!
Got it.
By the title of the swordsman. Every sword is a witness.
Let's keep training to keep growing.
Whew. What a tough fight.
Don't worry! Your delivery's coming up!
My shots are perfect today.
Hold it right there! See this? It's the emblem of the heroic order. Now tell me who sent you. What exactly are your orders?
Please have mercy. Lord Franz paid us to serve as guards. Go find our captain. He's the one carrying the contract. Only the captain knows. The rest of us lowly foot soldiers have all been assigned to the outskirts.
So, money's all that matters to you guys, huh? Go tell your captain that your job here's over. You can go find work somewhere else now.
What? What do you mean? Lord Franz didn't pay us this month? Arrested?
The news will be posted all over Hollistone tomorrow, if you don't believe me. If you still want to give your life to Lord Franz, that's your choice. Just know that you'll be doing it for free. So think about it. This way. This looks like where Lord Franz keeps his treasures.
You there! Tell me about these grapes right now!
Calm down. Why are you suddenly reacting so intensely?
Are you the one spreading rumors about Lord Franz getting arrested? Oh, what a load. Aside from being filthy rich, the guy's got connections with nobles all over the kingdom. Do you think he'd get locked up so easily? Once they let him go, the first thing he's gonna do is ask if we've done our jobs. So stay out of our business.
Answer me. Did Lord Franz plant these grapes too? When were they planted?
The guy who worked the previous shift says that he planted them with some woman in black 3 years ago.
Shut your trap, idiot. Don't tell them anything else. We ain't got any reason to answer you. Now scram.
3 years ago? Wasn't that before Southville planted their grapes in mass? If so, well, that means my hometown. But how did this happen? I have to find out.
Considering they're connected to Southville's grapes, we should investigate. And if they aren't willing to talk, we'll have to try something else. Relax. I won't go too hard on them.
Sir Lucius, at your service.
Potions for sale! Buy 4, get 1 free!
My shield is unbreakable!
Sorry. I must have gotten a little carried away. The truth is, I've seen similar magic in my hometown before. What? When did I tell you? Your memory is really impressive.
If only those guards were better at fighting than running away. Maybe then I could have beaten a few more answers out of them.
I have a theory, Magister Merlin. I'm sure you've already thought of it, but would you mind listening? Those mercenaries mentioned a woman in black appearing here alongside Lord Franz 3 years ago. This would have been before Southville began planting gemvine grapes. This place may be where they first tested these grapes. That's why this place ended up like this. Because gemvine grapes siphon the magic from the earth. You're as humble as you are wise, Magister Merlin. You guided us towards each of these clues, knowing that we would eventually figure things out.
In any case, we can't let these gemvine grapes continue to spread. Otherwise, Southville will end up just like this place.
I wouldn't mind lighting up the entire field if I had to. I wouldn't mind lighting up the entire field if I had to. I would, but will burning these grapevines really solve the problem? They're full of magical energy after all.
Lady Muriel has a point. With how much power they've leached out of the land, I suspect these grapes would only regenerate if we tried to destroy them.
Regenerate? Does that mean the grapes in Southville can regenerate too?
Those have clearly been improved somehow. Even ordinary villagers with no magical talent would notice if sinister-looking grapes like this were planted all around them.
I see. And how are we supposed to get rid of these grapes?
Any ideas?
Of course. After all, he is the great Merlin.
Indeed. Even without your memories, you are still the mighty Merlin. And my ingenious teacher.
By the title of the swordsman. Every sword is a witness.
Sir Lucius, at your service. My shield is unbreakable!
Potions for sale! Buy 4, get 1 free!
Let me join the fray.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem?
Sir Lucius, at your service.
Don't hurry! Your delivery's coming up!
It's my turn to shine.
My shield is unbreakable!
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem? Just as I expected. It's time to show you my moves.
My shield is unbreakable!
Look at that clearing surrounded by ruins. I think those mercenaries are guarding something over there.
Stop right there, you lot.
Do I have to keep saying it? Look, Lord Franz has been...
I know exactly what happened to Lord Franz.
Then why are you still blocking our way? Are your lives really worth the money he paid you? Or maybe he promised you riches beyond your wildest dreams if you protected this place. Because let me tell you, you are dreaming if you believe him.
I don't know what we're guarding here, and I don't care to know what you're doing here. But a deal's a deal. We were paid to guard this place, and that's what we're going to do.
You don't need to uphold a contract with Lord Franz, you know. He's not exactly a good person.
Our honor depends on it. What kind of future will we have as mercenaries if we abandon our posts simply because our client got arrested? So please, leave now before we're forced to carry out our duties.
I understand. You're not wrong for being loyal, but you placed your loyalty on the wrong person. Draw your weapons.
Whew. What a tough fight.
Come on, you'll need my spear.
Take a guess between the real and make-believe.
It's time to show you my moves.
Let's savor this as though it's real.
We fought our hardest, but it still wasn't enough. We surrender. We have no way of upholding our part of the contract in the face of overwhelming power. I will order my men to gradually retreat. Do as you wish here.
He's gone. I guess he wasn't such a bad person after all.
General Hogan appreciates honorable fighters like him. Maybe the Heroic Order will have use for their services someday.
That must be the place where you hid the seal all those years ago. I can sense its residual magical energy. Even after years and years of being drained of its power, I can still sense the warm determination woven into its magic. It was this very magic that sparked the flames in my heart. That flame has never been extinguished, Magister. Not even once. Now go. Cast your magic as you did in the past and let its golden warmth wash over this land once more.
Wait! Oh, I didn't get to memorize the incantation. Would you mind doing it one more time?
And that, everyone, is the power of Merlin. I can sense a faint stirring deep within the earth. A heart that should have stopped beating long ago has begun to pulse with new vitality.
Does that mean the seal has been mended? Will the cold weather finally go back to normal?
In a matter of days, yes. This land needs some time to heal. As the cold, stiff earth regains consciousness, warmth and vitality will return once more.
Thank goodness it's finally over. We should go back and report everything to General Hogan. It looks like I'll have a lot of paperwork to do. Wait, aren't we missing someone? Where'd the rabbit go? He didn't just run off, did he? I know he's a natural escape artist, but he really helped us out. I was even going to ask General Hogan to reward him for his troubles. Yeah, we should look for him outside of camp. I just hope nothing happened to him.
Oh, it's you guys. The wind is calling me. It brought me a message. It seems the situation in my homeland has become even worse. The Dark Forest. It's a sacred forest blessed by the deer spirit and protected by the stars themselves. It's also the place where I grew up. It used to be such a beautiful, harmonious place. But then, the corruption appeared. A filthy magic that can never be eradicated. One that grows back whenever we cut it down. Finding a way to purge the corruption is the whole reason I left my home in the first place. I've been wandering around looking for help ever since. I've spoken to a spire mage and even a druid in a cabin, but the answer's always the same. It's as if the corruption has a life and will of its own and refuses to be removed from our lands. So, when I heard there was a powerful mage living near Rhysell, I figured I would test my luck. That's when I discovered those strange grapes. The magical instability in Rhysell looked just like the corruption in the Dark Forest. I thought that if I followed you, I might find a way to get rid of the corruption. At first, I wasn't very hopeful. I didn't expect to come face to face with the legendary Merlin. Nor did I expect you to purge the corruption in these lands. But I saw it all for myself, with my own eyes. If anyone can save my homeland, it's the great and powerful Merlin. So please, Magister Merlin, I'm begging you. Will you deliver my home from certain doom, just like you did with Rhysell? What? You're the all-powerful Merlin, aren't you? Oh well. Please, save my home. Save the Dark Forest. Really? You're willing to help? Yes, I've been chased by monsters through the mountains, attacked by Gruglins, and even poisoned. But now, it's all worth it.
All right. It looks like reporting to General Hogan will just have to wait. Then again, General's orders were to protect you. He never said for how long, though. Even though you hardly need protecting, I've always preferred to carry out my orders to the best of my abilities. Are those two hamsters of yours still around?
Chippy is always around, so long as my Magister needs me.
How could I possibly leave Magister Merlin's side?
Glad to hear it. Now go stock up on supplies. I'll be waiting for you on the Hollowstone docks. If we're going to the Dark Forest, the quickest way is to board a ship and travel north. Isn't that right, Bunny Ears?
Well, that's right. May the wind guide our way. Thanks, my friend. And everyone.
Come on, Bunny Ears. Let's get you home.
So, he's running the show. You were able to save him, I see.
Yes, my lady. My apologies. I never intended for this eyesore to end up in your presence. I will remove him from your sight at once.
No, please! I beg you, give me one more chance.
One last chance, hmm?
Yes, just one last chance. I will not disappoint you, my lady.
I hope not, for your sake.
My lady, pardon me, but I've seen you kill for less.
He did help us with our little problem, so it wasn't a total failure on his part. I'll give him one last chance. All that matters is our little experiment on the other side of the Dark Forest.
it all went well!
Chippy, you're getting too excited. Of course Magister Merlin was going to fix the seal. Right?
I don't need details. It's an honor to have you here, helping Rhysell. Come with me. It's time for a little celebration of the Traveler's Light. Steak, good brew, and freshly caught eels from the lake. Also, here are some nuts for you to enjoy, Chippy.
It's not often that the General is this generous. Unfortunately, we won't be able to enjoy this feast with you.
You're not saying no to my hospitality, are you? The Dark Forest? You mean the woodlands north of Hollystone? I heard there's been trouble in that region lately. The Wilders hold dominion in those lands, even though it's only across the river. As a magistrate of the Lightbearer Empire, I have no authority beyond Hollystone. The Wilders hold dominion in those lands, even though it's only across the river. As a magistrate of the Lightbearer Empire, I have no authority beyond Hollystone.
General, long story short, he has been invited by the Wilders to help solve a crisis that is very similar to what Rhysell has gone through.
So, something strange is happening over there as well. Don't worry about it. I understand that nothing is more important than the safety of the people. I'll pray to Jura for you. I hope your journey goes well, and you return safely.
Magister, are you leaving without me again?
Magister Merlin! Are you embarking on a new journey? I was talking to Miss Muriel about the principles of a magic circle, but I finished you were gone. Miss Muriel? Are you going with Magister Merlin? I'm sorry if I was wasting your time earlier.
No need to apologize. I'm well aware that Magister Merlin is always running off to find the next disaster. Like oil and water, we can never mix. I'm destined to be without her company. Never mind. I'm used to waiting for him. At least this time you won't forget me, right, Magister? That's all I needed to hear.
Magister Merlin, I'll remain here with Miss Muriel and observe the results of the seal's restoration. We'll be able to see Rhysell flourish once again. Dura above, wherever you may roam or stay, may your magic light the way.